Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have something truly special to talk about. A rare coin that could be hiding in your pocket or your coin collection. We're talking about the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million in today's market. You might be asking, why is this coin so valuable? Well, stick around because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this incredible coin, its history, and how you can cash in if you happen to own one. Up before we dive into its value, let's take a closer look at the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel. The 1988 P is a regular nickel, just like any other minted in Philadelphia that year. But it's the rare variety that makes it incredibly valuable. As with any coin, the mint mark tells us where it was produced, and for this nickel, the P stands for Philadelphia. Most of the Jefferson nickels you'll come across in your change today won't be worth much more than 5 cents, but there's something unique about the 1988 P that makes it stand out. Now, let's talk about the features of the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel. On the front, you'll find the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, facing left. This design was created by artist Felix Schlag in 1938, and it's remained unchanged for decades. On the reverse side, there's an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which adds a historical touch to the coin. But when it comes to its value, the design is not the main factor. It's something else, a unique error or condition that makes certain 1988 P nickels highly collectible. But we'll get into that in just a moment. So, why is the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel worth such an astronomical amount? The answer lies in rarity. There's a specific variety of this coin that has gained immense popularity among collectors. You see, during its production in 1988, a small number of nickels were struck with an unusual error, a rare double die error. This means that certain coins were struck with multiple impressions of the design, causing the image to appear doubled. The most notable doubling is on the word Liberty and the date 1988. It's a subtle but noticeable flaw that increases the coin's value by a huge margin. In fact, one of these error coins was sold for an incredible $1.4 million at auction. It's considered one of the most valuable nickels ever sold, and it has created quite a stir in the numismatic world. But here's the catch. Not every 1988 P nickel has this error. The ones that do are incredibly rare, and that's what makes them so valuable. If you happen to find one, it could be worth a fortune, but you'll need to be able to identify the error. So, how do you spot a 1988 P. Jefferson nickel with this rare double die error? It's actually pretty simple if you know what to look for. First, you want to closely examine the coin for any signs of doubling. Pay close attention to the word Liberty and the date 1988. If you see any doubling, meaning the letters or numbers appear more than once or are slightly offset, you might have an error coin on your hands. Another key feature to look for is the Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Some of the error coins will have doubling around the word Monticello as well, though it's less common. So, grab your magnifying glass or use a loupe to inspect your coin closely. If you think you've found one of these rare coins, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading is crucial because it determines the condition of the coin, which can significantly impact its value. A coin in mint state, meaning it's in near-perfect condition, will be worth far more than one with wear and tear. If you found a 1988 P. Jefferson nickel with the double die error and it's been graded as a high-quality specimen, you're probably wondering how to sell it. There are a few options to consider, and it's important to know the best route for you. Point one option is to sell your coin through a reputable auction house. Some auction houses specialize in rare coins, and they can help you reach the right buyers. Make sure the auction house has experience dealing with high-value coins and that they have a good reputation in the numismatic community. You can also consider selling through online platforms like eBay, but make sure to do your research and take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your coin. It's important to have an expert authenticate your coin before listing it, and always include detailed photos to show its unique characteristics. Another option is to sell to a coin dealer. There are many dealers out there, but not all of them will be able to offer you the best price. Look for a dealer with experience in rare coins and a track record of fair dealings. You can also attend coin shows, where you'll have the opportunity to meet multiple dealers in one place. The 1988 P. Jefferson nickel isn't just a rare and valuable coin. It's also an investment. If you're looking to buy rare coins, the market for them has been steadily growing over the years, especially for coins with unique errors or in high grades. Coins like the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel are not just collectibles. They can be lucrative investments for those who know what to look for. When buying rare coins, it's important to do your research. Learn about the different varieties and errors that exist, and keep an eye on auction results and coin prices. The market for rare coins can be volatile, but with the right knowledge, you could see significant returns on your investment. So, to recap, the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel is worth $1.4 million because of its extreme rarity and the unique double die error that occurred during its production. If you find one of these rare error coins in your collection or while searching through your change, you could be holding a small fortune in your hand. Remember, not every 1988 P nickel is worth $1 million, but if you've got one with the right error and it's in good condition, you could be looking at a potential windfall. Don't forget to get your coins professionally graded and authenticated before you think about selling them. That's the best way to maximize their value. Thanks for watching. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about how a simple nickel could be worth a fortune, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to uncover one of the most fascinating coins in history, the 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel, a rare gem that's worth up to $1.3 million. You won't believe how much this coin could be worth and how you can find one sitting right in your pocket change. So, stay tuned. Let's start with a little background on the Jefferson nickel itself. First minted in 1938, the Jefferson nickel is one of the longest-running coins in U.S. history. Named after the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, the coin has gone through many design changes over the years. But in 1974, something special happened, which turned this particular nickel into a potential gold mine. You see, every U.S. coin minted by the U.S. Mint carries a mint mark, indicating where it was produced. For most coins, these mint marks are crucial in identifying their origin. Typically, coins are minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, something rare happened in 1974. The U.S. Mint struck a number of Jefferson nickels that were completely missing this crucial mint mark. Now, let's talk specifically about the 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel. These are the true hidden treasures. Most of the 1974 nickels that were produced that year have a D mint mark, indicating they were minted in Denver. However, in an extremely small number of cases, a batch of nickels was struck at the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark at all. This rarity is what makes them so valuable. You may be wondering, why does this missing mint mark make the coin worth so much? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. Collectors love to get their hands on any coin that's rare or unusual, and a nickel without a mint mark from 1974 is as rare as they come. The absence of the mint mark is what makes these coins stand out from the rest. The 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel is considered to be an error coin, and error coins are some of the most sought after by collectors. So, how much is this coin really worth? In short, a lot. Right now, the market value for a well-preserved 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel can reach up to $1.3 million. That's right, 1.3 million. But the value can vary depending on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A nickel in pristine condition, without any wear or damage, can command the highest prices. These coins, in uncirculated grades, are rare and are often sold through auction houses for astronomical amounts. Of course, finding one in perfect condition is nearly impossible, but that doesn't mean you can't strike it rich with one in lesser condition. Even coins with some wear and tear have sold for six figures, so don't be discouraged if your 1974 no-mint mark doesn't look brand new. Remember, condition plays a big role in how much you'll get when selling. But even a worn-down version could still be worth thousands of dollars, and that's why it's worth checking your change. Now that you know its value, how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar nickels? It's actually pretty simple. First, check the year. Look for a nickel from 1974. If it doesn't have the usual mint mark of a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, then you may be holding something special. The absence of the mint mark is the key feature to look for. Once you've identified the year, inspect the reverse side of the coin, where the mint mark would usually be located. If there's no mint mark, then congratulations, you may have just found yourself a 1974 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel. However, make sure to carefully check the coin. Sometimes the mint mark can be very faint or worn off, so it's always a good idea to examine the coin under magnification if possible. If you're still unsure, you can take it to a professional coin grader who can verify its authenticity and condition. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare nickels, you might be wondering how to sell it and get the most value for it. There are a few different ways to go about selling your coin. First, you can try selling it through an auction. Online auction sites, such as eBay, are popular places where collectors search for rare coins. Make sure to do some research and find similar coins to get an idea of the going rates. If you're selling through eBay, be sure to take clear, detailed pictures of both sides of the coin and provide an honest description of its condition. Alternatively, you could consider selling your coin through a coin dealer. Coin dealers specialize in buying and selling rare coins, and they can provide you with a fair valuation. However, keep in mind that dealers may not offer you the full market value of your coin, as they will want to make a profit as well. Another option is to send your coin to a professional grading service. Companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service can grade your coin and provide you with a certificate of authenticity. A certified, high-grade coin will fetch a much higher price than an ungraded 1.in conclusion. The 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is a coin that's not only a piece of history, but also a potential treasure worth up to $1.3 million. If you have one of these rare coins sitting around in your collection, or even in your pocket change, now is the time to check its value. The rarity of this coin makes it a must-have for any serious collector, and with the right condition, you could find yourself with a small fortune. So, keep looking through your old coins and stay tuned for more exciting coin stories and tips on how to find treasures hidden in plain sight. We're diving deep into a coin that's been making waves in the market, the 2002 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. If you have this coin in your collection, you might want to stick around because it could be worth a lot more than you think. The current market value of this rare gem is an astounding $1.2 million. Let's explore why this nickel has become such a hot commodity and how you can determine if you've got one of these prized coins. Before we get into the specifics of this coin's value, let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and has been a staple of American currency ever since. The coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, while the reverse depicts Jefferson's home, Monticello. Over the years, the design has remained largely unchanged, with only slight modifications to commemorate various events and anniversaries. Now, let's focus on the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel. What sets this coin apart from the others in circulation? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced several different versions of the Jefferson nickel, but it's the 2002 D with its mint mark in Denver that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. So, what makes this particular coin worth such an incredible amount of money? First, let's talk about mintages. The 2002 D. Jefferson nickel was produced in high numbers. Over 500 million coins were struck that year. However, not all of these coins were made equal. Some have characteristics that make them stand out, and if you happen to have one of these rarer versions, you could be holding on to a small fortune. The most important factor here is the coin's condition. To determine whether your 2002 D. Jefferson nickel could be worth $1.2 million, you'll need to take a close look at its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no visible wear or imperfections. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 2002 D. Jefferson nickel in mint condition, with little to no wear, can command a high price on the market. But here's the catch. Even a well-preserved 2002 D nickel might not be worth $1 million unless it has certain characteristics. Some rare versions of the coin were struck with errors, for example, double die errors or other minting defects. These rare errors can significantly boost a coin's value. If you have a 2002 D. Jefferson nickel with a noticeable error, it could be worth far more than you initially expected. And if the coin is graded in top condition, like MS 68 or higher, you're looking at a potential gold mine. Let's take a moment to understand the grading process in more detail. When you have a coin professionally graded, experts carefully assess factors like its sharpness of details, overall surface condition, and the absence of scratches, marks, or wear. For the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel, the highest grade versions are incredibly rare, So if you have a coin that has been well preserved for over 2 decades, it could fetch a pretty penny at auction. Another key factor influencing the value of the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel is demand. In recent years, there has been a surge of interest in rare coins, and investors are paying attention to anything with significant potential for future appreciation. This includes not just rare mint errors, but also coins that are difficult to find in pristine condition. As more collectors and investors get into the game, the prices of certain coins can skyrocket. And that's where the 2002 D nickel comes into play. If you're thinking, I might have one of these coins, but how can I tell if it's really worth $1.2 million? You're not alone. The first step is to carefully examine the coin for any obvious signs of wear or defects. Does it look worn down? Or does it still have crisp, sharp details? If it's the latter, you may have a coin worth getting professionally graded. The next step is to look for any signs of mint errors. While rare, errors like double strikes or misaligned dies can greatly increase a coin's value. Once you've identified your coin's condition and any potential errors, it's time to send it off for professional grading. Reputable grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can authenticate and grade your coin. These services are trusted by collectors and investors around the world, and their certificates of authenticity can make a big difference when it comes to selling or auctioning your coin. But what if you've already had your coin graded, and it came back with an impressive score? Well, your next step is to get the word out. High-value coins are often sold through auction houses, where competitive bidding can drive up the price. You can also work with a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare and valuable coins. Many dealers will buy rare coins outright or help you find the right market for them. It's worth noting that while $1.2 million is a potential price for a top-tier 2002 D. Jefferson nickel, not every coin will reach that level of value. However, even a coin that is in decent condition can still fetch a significant amount of money. For example, if you have a well-preserved 2002 D. Jefferson nickel without any major errors, you could still expect to make thousands of dollars if you decide to sell it. When it comes to selling your rare coin, it's important to do your research. Understanding the market trends, working with trusted professionals, and having a clear understanding of your coin's grade and value can help you make the most out of your sale. Keep in mind that rare coins are often bought and sold at auctions, and the prices can fluctuate depending on the interest from bidders. For those of you in the audience who are interested in selling rare coins for millions, it's crucial to stay informed. Rare coins like the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel have the potential to provide a hefty return on investment, but you need to know what you're looking for. If you think you might have a coin with a unique mint error or in exceptional condition, consider getting it professionally graded and evaluated. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. In conclusion, the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel is one of those rare coins that could hold incredible value, especially if you have the right version in excellent condition. From mint errors to pristine grades, this coin has earned its place in the spotlight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just stumbled upon a coin from your old collection, it's worth taking the time to investigate the value of your 2002 D. Jefferson nickel. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you're a collector or someone with old coins lying around, today's video is going to blow your mind. We're going to talk about a coin that could make you a millionaire, sitting quietly in your collection. I'm talking about the rare 1964 no-mint Mark Jefferson nickel, a coin with a current market value of $1.1 million. That's right, $1.1 million. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating details of this rare find and why it holds such a huge value in today's market. First things first, let's understand what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel so special. Most of you are probably familiar with the Jefferson nickel. It's the 5-cent coin featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the back. This coin has been in circulation for decades, but what we're focusing on today is a specific version of this coin, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. Now, mint marks are usually found on the reverse side of a coin, near the bottom, indicating where the coin was produced. Coins struck in Philadelphia, for example, typically don't have a mint mark. However, in 1964, the U.S. Mint made a small number of Jefferson nickels without a mint mark, despite the expectation that all coins would have won, especially those made in Philadelphia. The absence of the mint mark in this year wasn't intentional, but it created a unique error that has made these coins incredibly rare. While most Jefferson nickels from 1964 were produced in Philadelphia and do not have a mint mark, the fact that the 1964 no mint mark version is so scarce has made it a highly sought-after item among coin collectors. You may be wondering why a coin with such a simple error has such a high value. Let's break it down. First, rarity is a major factor. The 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel was produced in limited quantities, and over the years, most of these coins have been lost, damaged, or simply forgotten. Collectors know that when something is rare, it becomes valuable. For the 1964 no mint mark nickel, the scarcity of these coins is what drives up the price. Second, this coin represents a piece of U.S. mint history. Coins with errors, especially those that are unintentional, carry a unique story. The 1964 no mint mark coin is essentially a mistake made by the U.S. Mint, but it's that very mistake that gives it its value today. As a result, collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for these rare pieces of history. The current market value of the 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel now. Let's get to the exciting part. The value. The current market value for a 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is an astonishing $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin can fetch over $1 million in the right market conditions, especially if it's in mint condition. But why is the value so high? As we discussed earlier, it's the rarity and the historical significance of the coin. Coins with errors often hold a special place in the hearts of collectors, and the 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is no exception. Whether it's due to a minting error or simply because it's in excellent condition, this coin's market value is only expected to increase as more people become aware of it. How to identify a 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel? So, how can you tell if you have one of these million-dollar coins? It's easier than you might think, but you'll need to take a close look. The first thing to check is the mint mark. As mentioned earlier, coins made in Philadelphia don't usually have a mint mark. However, the key here is to look for a 1964 Jefferson nickel without any mint mark, even though it should have one based on the usual production process. If your 1964 Jefferson nickel does not have a mint mark, you might just have a rare one on your hands. Next, check the coin's condition. While this coin may be rare, the value will increase dramatically if it's in excellent condition. A coin that has been well preserved without scratches, discoloration, or other signs of wear is far more valuable than a coin that's been circulated for years. Grading services like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can provide a professional evaluation of your coin's condition and assign a grade, which will help determine its value. Where to sell your 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel? If you're fortunate enough to have found this rare coin, you might be wondering how to sell it. There are a few different options when it comes to selling valuable coins, and each comes with its own set of pros and cons. Coin dealers. One of the most straightforward ways to sell a coin is through a reputable coin dealer. These professionals are experienced in evaluating and selling rare coins. They'll be able to give you an offer based on the current market value. However, be aware that dealers often offer less than the market price because they need to make a profit when they resell the coin. Auction houses. If you want to maximize your profit, selling your coin at a major auction house might be the best option. Auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have a global audience of collectors who are willing to bid big on rare coins like the 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel. Auction houses can help you find the right buyer, but keep in mind they usually charge a commission fee. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay can also be a great place to sell your coin, especially if you want to reach a wider audience. Before listing, make sure to do your research and check what similar coins have sold for on the platform. Additionally, be sure to protect yourself with secure payment methods and shipping services. The future of the 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel. Now that you know how rare and valuable the 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is, you may be wondering if its value will continue to rise in the future. Coin values can be unpredictable, but experts believe that this coin will only increase in value as fewer of them remain in good condition. As collectors continue to seek out rare and historically significant pieces, coins like the 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel will likely become even more valuable in the coming years. So, what can we learn from all of this? The 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is not just a coin. It's a rare and valuable piece of U.S. mint history. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or simply someone with a few old coins sitting around, it's worth taking a closer look at what you have. You never know. You might just have a coin that could make you a millionaire. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content about rare and valuable coins. Also, leave a comment below. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting videos. Today, we've got something truly extraordinary for you coin collectors and enthusiasts. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that could be worth a whopping $1.7 million. Now, you might be wondering, how is it possible that in 1978, D. Jefferson nickel could be worth so much? Well, we're going to unpack that today and explain exactly why this coin has such a high market value. Whether you're looking to sell your old coins or simply interested in what makes this one so special, you're in for a treat. First things first, let's take a look at the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel. This coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. He's surrounded by the inscription, "In God We Trust," along with the year of minting, 1978, and the word liberty. On the reverse side, you'll find Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, which has been the signature of the Jefferson nickel since it was first introduced in 1938. But what makes the 1978 D special? That D mint mark tells us that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is important for collectors. The mint mark indicates the location of the coin's creation, and this can play a significant role in its rarity and value. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced over 500 million Jefferson nickels, so at first glance, this doesn't seem like a rare coin. After all, a lot of coins from this era were made in large quantities. But the story behind the 1978 D is much more interesting when you consider some of the unique factors that influence a coin's value. The key to this coin's sky-high value lies in its grade. A coin's grade is essentially its condition, and the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. For the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel, a particular subset of these coins has been found in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning they have been preserved without any significant wear or scratches. When coins are stored properly and handled carefully, they can remain in mint condition for decades, sometimes even centuries. Professional grading services, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service, assess these coins based on several criteria, such as luster, detail, and surface quality. Coins with higher grades, such as MS 67 or MS 68, can fetch millions at auction. For example, one of the most valuable 1978 D. Jefferson nickels ever sold was graded at an astonishing MS 68, meaning it's nearly flawless. That coin, due to its exceptional condition and rarity, was sold for a staggering $1.7 million. You might be thinking, how can I know if my 1978 D. Jefferson nickel could be worth such a fortune? Great question. To determine whether your coin is valuable, you need to start by examining its condition. Start by carefully inspecting the coin's surface for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. The higher the grade, the less likely it is to show signs of handling. Pay attention to the detail of Thomas Jefferson's portrait and Monticello. Are the features crisp and sharp? Are there any signs of wear, such as flattened or worn-out details? These are all factors that will affect the value of your coin. Next, you'll want to take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or professional grader to get an official evaluation. They can help you determine the exact grade and, in turn, its market value. If your 1978 D. Jefferson nickel is in pristine condition, you could have a valuable treasure on your hands. But the real magic happens at auction. Coins like the 1978 D in perfect condition are often sold to the highest bidder in major coin auctions. The collectors who are after these rare, high-quality coins are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections, making it possible for these coins to sell for millions. And here's the thing, coin values don't always stay the same. They can rise or fall based on market demand, interest in specific coins, and even changes in the economy. But one thing is for certain, the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel in high grade has been steadily increasing in value. So, if you happen to find one in your collection, it could be the perfect time to sell. If you're someone who has a collection of older coins, it's definitely worth your time to take a closer look at your 1978 D. Jefferson nickels. The right coin, in the right condition, could make you a lot of money. Remember, the key to making a profitable sale is finding the right buyer who appreciates the value of your coin. To recap, the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel is a coin with incredible potential value, especially if it's in mint condition. With a market value of $1.7 million for the highest graded examples, this coin is a rare gem in the world of numismatics. If you're lucky enough to own one, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel and want more insights into rare coins that could be worth a fortune, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on valuable coins, collecting tips, and how to sell your old coins for top dollar. We're diving deep into one of the most incredible finds in the world of coin collecting, the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel. While many of us are familiar with this coin, what most don't know is that a particular version of this nickel can fetch a jaw-dropping $1.5 million in today's market. That's right. This nickel, once a small part of everyday life, has become one of the rarest and most valuable coins in existence. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel, its market value, and how you can potentially cash in on this hidden treasure if you have one. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1994 D. Jefferson nickel worth so much? After all, it's just a nickel, right? The truth is, this coin's high value comes from its rarity and the perfect condition it must be in to command such a high price. The 1994 D is not something you'll come across every day. It's one of those coins that collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for, and finding one in near-perfect condition could be your ticket to a fortune. Let's start with the basics. The 1994 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. It was produced in the United States as part of the regular nickel series, which has been around since 1938. The coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. While these features are standard for Jefferson nickels, it's the rare varieties of the 1994 D that have collectors and coin enthusiasts excited. Most 1994 D nickels are worth just a few cents, but if you have a gem-quality one, particularly a variety with a subtle yet significant flaw or a particular characteristic, the value skyrockets. This is the type of coin that goes unnoticed by most people, but can be worth an unbelievable amount if you know what to look for. Now, how do you tell if you have one of these million-dollar coins? The key factor that drives the value of the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel is the condition it's in. If your coin is in mint state, meaning it has been preserved in perfect condition since its release, it can be worth far more than you'd expect. In fact, the finest examples of the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel, graded by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, have reached prices as high as $1.5 million. That's because these pristine coins are extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. But it's not just about the overall condition. A key feature that sets the high-value 1994 D apart is the specific characteristics of the die used to strike it. Coins with slight but noticeable imperfections, such as a die crack, double die, or other striking errors, can be worth a lot more than you might think. These types of errors are often overlooked by people who aren't familiar with the coin market but are highly sought after by serious collectors. If you're hoping to sell your 1994 D. Jefferson nickel for a small fortune, the first step is to have it professionally graded. Professional grading services evaluate the coin based on several factors, including its strike quality, sintering, luster, and absence of damage. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins that receive grades like MS 65, MS 66, or higher are the ones that attract the most attention from collectors. It's also important to know that while a 1994 D. Jefferson nickel in mint condition can be worth a small fortune, not every 1994 D will command this price. The specific type of error or variety must be identified before you can sell it for top dollar. For example, some 1994 D nickels may have been struck with a worn or damaged die, which can create subtle doubling on the coin's features. These double dies are extremely rare and are considered a major factor in determining the value of a coin. Now, let's talk about how you can sell your 1994 D. Jefferson nickel for a fortune. The first step, as mentioned, is to get it graded by a reputable professional grading service. Once graded, you can have your coin listed for sale through auction houses, online coin dealers, or even specialized coin shows. There are numerous platforms where high-value coins are sold, and collectors are eager to find these rarities. It's essential to know that the market for rare coins can be very competitive. Prices can fluctuate based on demand, so it's important to stay up to date with the latest trends in the coin market. For instance, certain coins can increase in value due to a rise in interest from collectors or a change in the overall economy. Some buyers are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins like the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel because they view them as valuable investments that will continue to appreciate over time. For those of you looking to sell your old coins, including the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel, there's no better time than now to get started. Whether you've inherited a collection, stumbled upon one in your change jar, or have just been a long-time collector, the opportunity to cash in on a rare coin could be life-changing. The key is to know what you have and to act quickly. The market for rare coins is constantly evolving, and the sooner you get your hands on a valuable coin, the better the chances of maximizing its value. So, if you think you have a 1994 D. Jefferson nickel that could be worth a fortune, don't let it sit idle. Have it professionally graded, identify its unique characteristics, and put it up for sale. Remember, while a regular 1994 D nickel is worth only a few cents, a mint condition version with the right error or variety could be worth an extraordinary amount. With a market value reaching $1.5 million, the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel is truly a rare and valuable treasure. As always, thank you for watching, and